I think it's doing what it did before. Yeah, there we go. It's doing what it did before. Where I had to like I didn't notice that the bars weren't up, and I had to re-add all the audio again.
I had a stream where I was like halfway through,
There
and
we
I'm.
go.
Oh no.
Now they can hear you.
But they can watch the
Okay.
game still at least.
So, hi y'all. Thanks
Okay.
for the heads up chat.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. thank you.
James, do we want to take it from the top?
At double
you-
speed.
Double speed.
No, God, no.
Oh wow.
Yeah, do your roll 20 thing again. It was
Okay,
great. It was
hi.
great. Morgan did this great roll 20 thing. It was awesome.
So good.
Yeah.
Cool,
go
I'll
ahead.
just jump right into it. Hi guys, welcome to the stream. Before we get started, we want to thank our fantastic sponsors over at Roll20. If you are still unfamiliar, Roll20 is a system-agnostic virtual tabletop that is preloaded with all the features and tools you need to make your online game as immersive as your games at home. And they have a special event going on right now from July 9th to July 19th called Camp Roll 2021. So if you want to check out any of the stuff going on there, you can look on Twitter for hashtag CampRoll2021. They are making their dynamic lighting feature available to subscribers of all membership levels, including the free membership. In addition, there is a one-shot written by DM Dave that the crew over at Roll20 will be playing through at 4 p.m. Pacific time. That is being run by none other than the illustrious Gabe James Games. If you are unfamiliar, Gabe is a fantastic individual in the tabletop realm, and we encourage you to check out his work as well. So again, you can head over to roll20.net and click the link for Camp Roll 2021 for all of the details. Thanks. Back to you.
Why, thank you, Morgan. We should be finishing the stream up about the time that they start that one, so around 7 o'clock Eastern. Okay, so we had a recap. It was a great recap. It was the best recap. Basically, what happened, you see, was the party tried to get some people to go into the vault because there were dragons coming, right? And since the dragons were coming, they wanted the people in the vault, and the people weren't being very good about getting out of the way because that's what people do, right? Okay. The dragons showed up, and they decided, and instead of attacking the town like the party thought they were going to, they invited you back to the school. You and everyone else, anyone who wants sanctuary from the disaster that's coming. And then you decided you're going to go back to the school, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just us.
Just us.
In the mountain.
With the intention of using the device in its depths.
With the super slag that we have not told the dragons about.
We have not even
Yes.
alluded to it in the presence of the dragons.
You have 2 bags of that, which are like big duffel bags that are cinched up real tight so that they can't get out. They're fairly heavy because they're packed pretty tight with this stuff.
Just the equivalent of little drawstring bags full of uranium.
And we also mentioned before, with the sound wasn't working, that Tesla has weaponized some of it.
Yes.
Yes.
I
Yeah, we can-
have...
Not forget Chekhov's gun.
How many do I have? Yeah.
That's right. So you've got these 2 bags of slag. You got 2 dragons to ride. There are 5 of you. How do you want to set this up?
Well, if Roscoe's riding with Cinto, Tess is as well.
I was gonna say I don't really want to ride with Center, but I don't really know if I have a choice right now.
Yeah, no, go get on Micah.
Okay, I don't want to make Center mad.
No, boys can ride Micah. Girls will ride Cinto.
Okay,
Okay,
I'm just really scared of her right now.
good.
Okay. That's what you want to do?
Yeah.
Okay, so Adam and Vorty and Roscoe are going to be on Micah. Then Tess and Nash are going to be on center.
Mhm.
I guess Mulligan will come with us as well.
Are each of you
On
going to take a
center.
bag?
Yeah, then
You want?
We brought 6 bags back.
Okay.
My inventory says 6, so if we
Okay.
can just divide them 3 and 3, just amongst all our other stuff.
Yep.
It'd be real easy for me to hide mine if I just put it over my shoulder with like my bows and all,
Okay.
all that stuff.
That's a bag for each of us, including Mulligan.
yeah.
Okay.
Everyone's got a bag.
Tessellate, now is this the kind of stuff that if I open it up and take a big deep breath of it, I'll get some sort of powers or speed boost?
Nope. This is the kind of thing where if you do that, it will make you sick and you will throw up all of the yummy food that you got to eat here while we were in absolution.
Ooh, nice
And what a waste that would be, Roscoe.
That's good.
That's what people used to tell me about eating scrub too, and look what that did to me.
You know, Roscoe, I can carry 2 bags.
Yeah. Right, I got the bag. Loud and clear. Don't have it unless it's an emergency.
And not even then. We
Got it.
need it for things. We need it for things, Roscoe.
Okay.
Are you all ready to go?
Yep.
All right then, climb aboard.
We get on board.
Okay, so
As we're walking up the tail, I assume Tess is probably going first, and I just kind of whisper, "Can't believe you're making me ride the dragon." But I'm going.
Just as another reminder, Tess, with her keen mind feat, transcribed down the teleportation circle that Vorty made back at the Institute and left it with, I believe, Turnock to give to Redford. And she impressed upon him the importance of what was on that paper and that it get to Redford so it didn't get treated like Kavinsky's
You
letters.
left it with Turnock. You deserve the bad things that are going to happen.
No, Turnock is smart. He has become a little more responsible. Listen, James,
That's going in the ground.
I did the thing.
Being used as fertilizer.
I love this. This is like Pike with Grog. He's a smart man.
Listen, I explained what it was and how important it was. I think Turnock would understand.
for the
Just saying.
for the players and the viewers at home, why don't you describe to us again what that letter was about?
It wasn't a letter. It was just a big piece of parchment that had the teleportation circle sigil sequence that Forty had inscribed. And when I gave it to Turnock, I was like, "Hi, Turnock. This is extremely important. Give this to Redford ASAP." Yeah.
Is it Redford you wanted him to give it to? I'm remembering Yancey for some reason. Was it Redford?
It was Redford, but I
Okay.
think because I knew he would pass it on to a wizard. That
You're
could
right.
use
Right.
Yes,
Okay,
like maybe Headmaster Echo or Yancey.
I understand.
Yancey probably couldn't cast it, but
Yeah.
Okay, go. He's insane.
Is he? Okay, so
he's super sad.
he only hid in a mountain for 50 years. That's not that much to a gnome, though.
Yeah, looks like
Not
just
really
a
that
wild
long.
party for a gnome. Yeah.
We also
Remember
left
that
word.
summer
With,
I stayed in the mountain.
we also left word with Dendra to be on the lookout for Crow and to take him to Redford when he arrived. Because Redford was present for all of this conversation with Micah and Cinder.
Right. So you load up on the dragons.
They're not going to carry us off to our deaths. It's fine.
Yep. And they were never seen again. The end.
With a few steps forward, begin to flap the wings. You're holding on for dear life. In fact, everybody roll a dexterity saving throw for me, or strength, whatever's best for you.
Ooh, okay.
All right. I only have plus 10.
16 for me.
Okay.
19.
Were there any inspirations for the recap or anything?
Why would you get? Do you need an inspiration, Morgan? Is it?
I don't know. It is definitely my highest saving throw, but I also rolled pretty fucking
We
low.
do usually give one out for doing the recap, and you did it before the sound was even on, so that's yeah, sure.
Okay, thank you, because I really didn't want to keep that natural 2. What's 18 plus 9? 28. No, 27.
Okay, so Roscoe got a 16, Tess got a 27. What'd you get, Nash?
19.
19. How about you, Adaman?
Pulling up the caboose with a 15.
Okay, and Vorty, what'd you get, Vorty?
I got a 17.
17. Okay, great. So Adaman is Micah starts to step forward. He starts to flap his wings and get a little bit of lift, and you feel yourself jostled. Right, but what's your order? Are you first? Did you go up first? Is it you, then Gordy, then Roscoe? What order are you in on the thing?
Yes.
Who's in the middle?
40, you just said.
Oh wait, yeah.
Oh, that's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
No,
All right.
don't put Roscoe in the back. He's so little.
He's the strongest of us all. He can definitely hold on to a dragon.
That is true.
Hey, listen, don't you patronize Roscoe, okay?
I absolutely will
He's a
not.
man.
My apologies, Roscoe.
Got a glorious mustache. Okay, so the dragons are bouncing, and Adaman, you feel yourself slip a little bit, but you just bump right into Vorty. And he helps steady you with his fire.
Okay, Vorty. So,
And then behind you, Vorty, you feel Roscoe clamped. He's got his thighs clamped on this thing like a he's a rock behind you.
No hands.
I'm in heaven.
oh, ooh.
Center is a little more graceful
Oh,
than Micah is. So Nash and Tess, you both you don't really. There's a little bit up and down, but not nearly as much as Micah's, guys.
okay.
And then you're airborne. The dragons circle up, almost straight up. Once they get airborne, they go straight up, past towards the sun.
Yeah.
Up past the level of the slag, and as they get up above the slag, you can see for miles in either direction, and it's just black.
Mhm.
The sun it glints off it funny, like if you, it's almost like undulating rainbows in it from above as the sun strikes it from above. So you can see Absolution below you, and you can see the mountains off to the east.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, it's just black underneath you.
What about the caldera, James? What does that look like?
Oh, you can see that too.
Ooh.
From a distance.
Mm. Good.
You're like 25 miles away from where the hearth was. So, Absolution is 25 miles north of the hearth, where the actual crater was, where the event happened, and the hearth looks like it has expanded to maybe 1.5 miles, 2 miles in diameter. It's just this giant puddle of red lava that you can see, red and yellow lava you can see below you. But it's kind of, it's at a bad angle to actually really get a close look at it. But
James,
the dragons,
Tess would like to do 2 things before the dragons move out of this pillar. First, she wants to swing bad news around and look down the scope and scan the edge of the slag wall and see if she spots any of the allies that we've called on making their way to Absolution.
Oh no, you can't see anything from this altitude.
Okay.
Oh, you mean like inside the slag and Absolution, like before you actually get to the town proper?
Mm-hmm. Just like in that gap.
Roll a perception.
And the other thing is she wants to pay attention to the route that we're taking to make sure they're leading us where they said.
Yeah, that's exactly what Nash is doing, because she is not convinced we're not going to the fiery depths of hell right now.
I rolled a 19 on perception, which makes it a 30.
Okay, so if this were an anime right now, the dragons would be shooting up towards the sky, right? But the camera would shoot to a completely different location, and a lone figure would look up and see the dragons flying overhead. A figure with long hair and a beard, staff.
Bro.
You just made it inside the slag. Like you catch them out of the corner of your eye as the dragons are spiraling upwards. It's just, if you hadn't rolled such a ridiculously high perception, you wouldn't have seen them. And then after they get above the slag, you see what I described, and then the dragons turn west and then start making like a southerly sort of lazy curve towards the south.
Okay. That's fine. Acceptable.
Okay. So you said something about trying to take a short rest on the dragon last week? You said something about that.
Impossible.
We did.
Do you want to try that, or
Heck no, I'm not even I'm not even blinking right now. I have I have toothpicks just on my eyes like this.
And a short rest does nothing for me. I need a long
Yeah,
rest. So
same
yeah.
here.
Pointless.
I don't know. That's what I heard last time. I just thought
Yeah.
see if you wanted to do that or try.
Yeah, Tess wants to try. I mean, Mulligan is strong as shit, and he would be sitting behind Tess, so she's gonna ask him to just hold on while she like folds her arms and like leans back.
I mean,
Because he's easily got 2.5 feet of height on her. So he's
and
just like a
Tess
wall.
Tess knows how hyper aware Nash is, so it's probably about as safe as Tess is gonna get.
Okay, so, who's in front of who? So on center, is it? What's the order?
Probably Nash, Tess, Mulligan in the back.
Nash, Tess. You want Tess to be in the middle?
Mhm.
Are you cool with that, Nash?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you wouldn't want to be in the middle.
No, she got a nap.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need to be as close to like his head as possible. I'm like trying to read.
So I
his
can
thoughts.
kill her.
Yeah. Trying to read his thoughts. I don't even know.
All right.
Yeah, for her thoughts.
So okay. So Nash, you're hanging on for dear life.
Do want to remind everyone that we have like 5 scrolls of Featherfall. We each have one.
Cool.
That's right. You found those in right.
We got
You
them from
found those?
Lazuli before
Yeah.
we brutally murdered him.
Lazuli actually gave them to us, I think. You know,
Did he just give them to you? What
he was
nice-
cool.
Yeah,
What a nice guy
I
he was.
stole-
He is a
Fireball
nice
scroll.
guy. Too bad he
He was
wanted to
great.
enslave all sentient beings, you know? Other than that, he was pretty cool.
One flaw.
Yeah.
Hey, like nobody's perfect.
I know. You know, I felt like I could have fixed him. You know.
All right. Well, the dragons are flying along. Take a like I said, you're heading mostly west with a lazy curve towards the south. Nash, you feel on your back. Feel Tess kind of like slump up against your back. You can't hear anything with the wind in your ears, and but you feel her sort of put her head up against in between your shoulder blades.
I like clench really hard with my thighs to make sure I stay on. And I just grab my net and I just throw part of it to Mulligan and I put the other one on my arm like a little backpack. Just, you know, it's only on one side, but I can see, you know, which way it's like sleeping on an airplane, like which way her head is going, and I just re-secure that one section and go back to.
Okay, well maybe you did figure out a way to take a short rest on a dragon.
That's so fucking clever.
So sweet.
Awesome.
I will make you do one other thing though, Tess. Roll a Constitution check for me.
Check.
Yeah.
Ooh. It can't be a saving throw.
Nope. Check.
Okay. It's just a +1 difference.
It's basically a straight roll, right? Oh, you got a +1? That's nice. What'd you get?
Natural 1.
Okay, so for the first hour that you're flying, and you remember it takes, I think Micah said it was something like 6 hours from the school to Absolution, something like that. So for the first hour, you ever tried to sleep on an airplane and you just couldn't quite get there? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So you nuzzle up against Nash's back in between her shoulder blades, and I don't know, you're just not quite getting there for the first hour. You want to try again?
Yeah, and I'm going to see if Mulligan will take the net and essentially wrap it around me and baby Bjorn me with the net.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's gonna put both arms through it and just have me strapped in.
Okay, so a little rearranging on there. Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah,
roll
yeah.
one more for me.
Okay, 12.
Okay, great. So you don't actually have to sleep technically for a short rest, right? It's more like you're just sitting around not doing
Right.
anything. You're just being but you know, I mean, maybe the first hour you were still kind of worried about falling off a dragon, right? So second hour you get it done though. You
Cool.
nestle in between Mulligan and Nash, and you get the benefits of a short rest.
Oh, Wonderful.
Okay, so is the boy side going to be doing anything?
No, we're just cruising. We got our short rest in Absolution.
Okay.
A long rest is impossible because you're clinging to the back of a dragon.
That, and you only have like 6 hours.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
we are just cock, lock, and ready to rock, right?
Well, question:
I mean-
between the time they got up at the vault from their short rest to us taking off again, how long was that gap?
Oh, I
Really
don't
not
remember.
long, right?
No.
Like 4 or 5 hours,
Couple
I think,
hours.
total. Or max.
More than an hour, though.
Yeah.
Okay. Apparently, you can take a long rest and be interrupted if the interruption is not more than an hour. I learned that last night.
Pretty cool.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I got some hit dice. Ooh.
Yeah.
All right, so you're on the backs of the dragons and you're flying towards the school. Beneath you, there's not much to look at. It's just a mass of charcoal, black slag. Although flying over it, you noticed that if you look down through the slag, it's not just a big gray wall. Some places thicker than others or thinner than others, and it shifts and moves a little bit. So
Yeah.
sometimes you can catch glimpses of the ground.
Cool.
Especially the further away you get from Absolution, it gets thinner. So sometimes you can see the ground. Sometimes you can see big shapes on the ground moving through the plains.
Mm.
The wind is rushing in your ears. It's really bright because up here, there's nothing to block the sun from your eyes.
Adamant shouts out, "Man, I wish we could have taken care of them vampires."
What about campfires?
No, vampires.
But if this plan works, we will.
Aha!
Oh, just one shot, an
Instantly.
entire colony of
The
vampires.
whole,
Yes.
yeah.
Hope we get the XP for it.
We just walk in
Oh,
and
my
get all the
God.
treasures for free.
I was just riding my little Ferris wheel, and then the sun came out. Ah!
All right, so 4 hours into the trip, you're flying along, and Micah, he takes a sudden left turn.
Hmm?
Not a turn exactly. It's more like he dodges to the left. And he dodges back to the right, and then his whole body kind of shakes for a second. Then it does it again. And I need the three boys. I need you guys to make either a dexterity or a strength saving throw. Whatever you're better at.
What the fuck?
Right after Micah does that, Cinder does the same thing. So I need Tess and Nash to do the same thing. What'd you get, Adam?
20.
About you, Roscoe.
26.
Okay, 40.
Some barbarian.
23.
Okay, so you guys all hang on just
Listen,
fine.
we're really tightly
Yeah,
seated
yeah.
next to each other. We're like,
Yeah.
We're
No.
like the Jamaican
Listen,
bobsled team.
I
We're
don't
just
have-
filling the rock.
I don't have much room to take a short rest because there's too much activity going on.
Yeah.
Well, Micah jukes to the left, he jukes to the right, and then he drops. Like without diving, he drops like something like it feels like a couple of 100 feet to you. It's just like ah.
Mm-hmm.
And then Tess, what'd you get?
Not well. 17.
Okay, and how about Nash?
28.
Okay.
Ooh.
Better
So-
grab
Oh,
that
does
side.
Mulligan need to roll?
Oh, I'll get Mulligan.
Please don't kill my baby.
He fell off hours ago.
Why would you
Well, I
say
still
that?
have
There's a
the
net
net.
just flapping behind Tess.
I still have a hold of the net. So I
That's so cruel.
Oh, the net broke. Oh,
don't. My +1 magical net broke. Oh,
yeah. Oh,
With
Yeah,
magic.
right.
No, you're both fine. Center does the same thing. She jukes to the left and to the right, and then drops something like a couple of 100 feet. Adam, man, you're in the front again, right? You're in the
I am in the front.
Okay, well, it's hard to hear So make a perception check for me. 'Cause you're listening. You're listening, yeah.
Perception coming at you, boss. I got that number. It's a 16.
Okay, so on the wind, and Mikey can't really turn his head to talk to you either because you're flying in a straight direction. But you hear his voice say you catch it on the wind. He says, "Sorry about that. It's some turbulence. It happens from time to time."
I would like to shout out, Micah, are you okay?
Just fine. Happens every now. Wind can be a funny thing.
So can the slag, Micah. Don't get cocky.
We'll burn that bridge when we get to it.
Oh, Lord.
Do I hear that explanation with my 21 passive perception?
No, it's too far away. The wind rushing and everything. Center doesn't.
I trust Micah implicitly, but I'll roll an insight check if you want, Chance.
If you, yeah, you can roll an insight check, sure.
Thank you.
Thank
you very much.
Center doesn't appear to want to bother to just tell you what happened. So
16, James, just a 16.
I mean, it makes sense to you. You studied stuff at the university. You probably read about lift at some point and how aerodynamics works. And
when they have the flying machine in the foyer, obviously that's the first thing we wanted to read.
Well, I remember us talking about that when you created your weird screw thing to go underwater.
Yeah,
remember that? Yeah,
amazing. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Okay,
I'm still very proud of that.
Been a strange campaign. So. So you after around 6 hours, you can see the coast. You can see the water out past the slag. You can see the sun glinting off. The sun's going down now, but you can see the sun glinting off the water in the very far distance. Out past where the slag ends. Micah and Center circle over one area. And now Micah does turn to make sure that you can hear him. So Adam, Anna, Vordy, and Roscoe, you'd all hear this. You're not flying at high speed. You're more like he's flapping, hovering.
On a lazy circle, yeah.
Yeah. All right. This is going to be a little dodgy. We got to get through this slag as quick as we can. Who knows what will happen to it.
Yeah.
So we're going to punch through it real fast.
All right.
We did this before, but we didn't have passengers on our backs.
Right.
So hold on best you can. All right, here we go. He just dives for the slag.
I yell out, "This is so romantic!"
Everybody remember their scrolls of Featherfall.
So he just dives, and a second or two later, Cinder follows him. So her head, again, she doesn't really feel the need to.
Right, she's a jerk. We understand.
To talk to you too, but yeah.
They're gonna fall off.
Dives her head and boom, shoots straight for the ground. So I'm gonna need one last strength or dex check from everybody.
Okay.
Save.
Yes. Sorry, saving throw.
That's much better than it.
So what'd you get there, Adam, man?
Oof, a 14.
Nice. What'd you get, Bordy?
1.
Okay. And how about you, Roscoe?
21.
Okay. Tess?
25, and I'm gonna grab the net to try and help Mulligan stay on.
Okay.
Since
And how
he
about
was
you,
strapped
Nash?
into
What'd you
it.
get?
23.
Okay. So both dragons
What was that disappointment?
punch through the slag at high, because they punch through that slag at high speed.
I got a 14.
So suddenly you can't see anything.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you ever seen a helicopter do auto rotate practice? You ever seen that?
No.
Or how about a
What?
quick stop? You ever seen a helicopter do quick stop practice?
Yes.
Where they come in
No.
and they're like, you know what I mean? Like where they stop as fast as they can, like real close to the ground. Well, the dragons shoot down through the slag. You're holding on for dear life, and then suddenly they stop feet from the ground.
Cool.
And then they hit the ground.
Oh, I'm gonna be sick.
You can see that you're on top of this mountain. and there is a large, fresh hole nearby. That's what we went in last time. Come on in and this way. This will be quicker.
All right.
I have
go.
whiplash, you guys.
I go in.
Can I inside check that?
Too late. I've gone in.
You can inside check it, sure.
Tess hasn't.
Yeah,
I mean,
jumps down the hole. Anybody else want to follow him?
I'm
think
not
go in.
good at insight.
do I recognize, like, I think Roscoe knows these mountains pretty well. Do I recognize this to be about where the Institute is?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I go
You're in
in.
the mountains. Like you could, if you could see far enough, you could almost smell fish cooking over at Ongul.
Okay.
Micah has been a good sport throughout this whole ride.
Yeah, he's a
I
good
think it'd
guy.
be nice.
I don't know why.
14.
Yeah, you know,
I love Micah.
but Mike is going down the hole too.
Micah's my buddy.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'll
you go
follow
into the
me
hole, and
behind
there is
Micah.
a fresh. I say fresh because you can see that the rock was hewn recently. There's the tunnel large enough for Center and Micah to make it through, but not like standing up and swinging their wings around. You know what I mean? Like it's just barely big enough for them to get through, with their wings against their back. So they go in. Adaman went in first. So Adaman, you follow this tunnel, and it pops out. It goes down, not straight down. I mean, there's like a nice, but it's pretty steep slope, right? It goes down for a ways, and it pops out next to that river down in the caverns. Remember where the generator was?
Yep.
Comes out down there.
All right. I stand by and make enough room so that my party and 2 dragons can fit.
Okay. And the dragons come through.
All right.
That's what everybody else does too. Okay.
Okay.
When we get all of us down there, do they shift back to their humanoid forms or stay in their draconic forms?
Presently, they are still in their draconic forms.
Okay, I'm gonna glance up at Center and then go look at Micah instead. Are you planning to come inspect Lazar's device with us? It seemed to make you quite uncomfortable before.
Well, I mean that was assuming I can get close to it. It feels funny in that room. Let me tell you.
Look, Micah, because I trust you implicitly, I feel like it's very dangerous for y'all two to be in that room.
Roll a persuasion check for me there, Adaman.
Okay. Persuasion. Oh, there it is. I'll just click it. Thank you. D&D Beyond. You should. Only a 10.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Are you sure you'll be able to figure that out by yourselves? I mean,
Oh, I won't, but Tessellate can.
I'm
And
quite
Vorty. And Vorty. Sorry, Vorty. Well, I know you're smart too, but Tessellate, she talks more.
Thank you.
I mean, I suppose.
I just don't want y'all to get sick. Like we're here at the finish line.
Well, we'll hang back in his antechamber.
Yeah, I think
and
that's
see
safe
how
enough.
and keep an eye on y'all. Make sure y'all are all right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Did you want to do it right now?
Why wait?
Present. Yeah.
All
I'll be
right,
hanging
then.
back. I'll be hanging back with y'all. Honestly, I don't want to get in their way.
I might need your strength, Adaman, if we need to adjust the machine.
They're gonna make me lift things. Damn it! And Adaman's happy to like. He starts kind of like pouting, but he's fine.
As he does that,
Mhm.
I could stay back. I
you-
don't think you need my
let's get in
strength.
there and
Or
see how
effort.
much of a group effort we might need to make.
Okay.
Okay, I can stand in the doorway.
I'm gonna grab the strap of the bag that Mulligan's carrying and take point and kind of pull him up next to me and try and put a little bit of distance between the two of us and the rest.
Do I notice this? Because I would help her. I would try and help her if I noticed it.
Yeah, probably. What's your passive?
Okay,
again?
well, oh no, my passive is not great. Let's see, it's only it's.
I mean, she's
it's
not trying to hide it.
It's a 16. So then, yeah, okay. So yeah, then what he's gonna be, like, so Micah, like, I'm really glad we could work this out, man. And he just starts getting into a discussion of like, what the future's gonna be like when the sun's. And he's like, I feel like, we can really just, start building farms and making sure that people just stay away from dangerous magics. Like that's the thing. That has always been our goal. If we're just living our lives and y'all are just living yours and nobody gets into this like huge conflict, then I feel like you guys are going to be happier. And he just is really talking Micah's ear off so that Tesla has her private moment.
Okay.
When I feel like we've got just a fleeting moment of privacy, Tess is going to move in and push in close to Mulligan and under her voice say, when we get in there, if the passage that we fought through and the floor is blocked, get to work opening it and secure a line down. If we need an escape route, I don't want to be blocked in.
Roll a stealth check for me at advantage.
Me? Stealth?
Giving a rogue stealth an advantage, you fool!
You gave her advantage.
Shocking. I did it.
32. 32.
Okay, so nobody else hears it? Nobody hears it. Nobody does. Except, not even Mulligan. No, Mulligan hears it. Mulligan hears it.
You're supposed to hear
it. But nobody else heard anything that you said. It was almost thieves' can't. Okay, so...
Mulligan know thieves' can't?
You're a rogue, right? Maybe.
I do.
I don't know.
I don't know if Mulligan did.
I doubt it. So you're making your way to the cavern. You don't have to go up into the school to get to the reactor again because of where Micah's tunnel came out. So you're underneath the school. You're going through these caverns. You've been through here many, many times. And you know the way. So when you get down into Lazarli's lair, his real lair, the door is open to his laboratory, and you recognize that pink, ultraviolet, purple light coming out of that room. And you can hear the buzzing that you recognize from those pillars that had the lightning bolts coming out of them, making this really high-pitched buzzing noise. So you hear that, and you see the light. Now, I suppose we should probably wait back here just in case something, in case the machine makes us ill. But we'll be here if you need any help.
Of course. Thank you.
All right.
Refresh my memory, James. I think it was last game where Tess tried to reflect on her super high roll when she examined the notes on this machine and Lazarli's notes. Did I gather that the conduit towers would be enough even with the addition of the concentrated slag? I remember we had an answer. I just can't remember what it was.
Enough for what?
Lazuli had explained that those conduit towers, when the machine works, it needs a place to put that charge,
Yeah,
which is why the first one blew up.
Mm-hmm.
Are the conduit towers that exist going to be enough for this machine to siphon everything we want it to siphon?
I believe the answer was yes.
Okay.
Cool. Maybe a not sure, but leaning towards yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like a probably.
Great.
Most likely.
Fantastic. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Roscoe, as you're all walking into this room, you know what? Let me go ahead and put you on the map.
No, God, no. Why?
Love it.
So let me go ahead and put you on.
Last.
Oh,
It's a
no.
great map. It really is a great map.
Mhm.
Okay, so here we are.
All this darkness.
Just as it is. Oh, I don't have you guys on here.
No.
Tess, can you see? Tessellay? Can you see the map?
Yeah.
Okay. Just pull you over here,
It's a
Adam.
wedge.
No problem.
I might have to.
Ooh.
Can you see now?
No.
Okay.
Well, I can see my token, but he's in a square of black.
Right. Okay. Well, if you guys can pull your tokens over, I'll work on.
Give him some vision. Give him
Yes,
some-
exactly. Vision.
Oh yeah, because this was the map
Settings.
from when I tried to run before, or did run, I guess.
I can see. All this
Good. On. Boop.
So the pit is still there. That's good.
Let's get some Roscoe happening.
Oh,
Once the
Oh,
pit
yeah.
of despair is a good thing.
look at Micah. He's such a pretty boy.
And
So pretty.
let me grab some Vorty too. Are you on the map, Vorty?
I don't know.
I'll get you.
Not yet, boy.
There you are. Boop. Okay. Give you some vision here. You know, dynamic lighting right now is available to anyone who's on Roll20.
Good job, James.
That it is.
You pro.
Try that. That's cool.
You pro. So essentially, in order to get into the room, though, like where our tokens are, we had to kind
Yeah,
of
I'm
like
gonna move
shimmy
Tess over here a
around the
second.
hole. Yeah, we had to shimmy around the
Yeah,
hole.
you do. And the dragons
Very-
are, you can assume they're back. on the
Yeah,
other-
they're back there
yeah,
where it's
okay.
safer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am like right. So that stone wall that's right on the edge of the room, I'm just like posted by that wall in between the rest of the party and the dragons, just kind of like constantly looking back and forth. I still am really wary of this entire situation.
Okay, so Roscoe, as you enter this room, you feel a little tingle in your mind. And you don't hear words, but you feel a sensation that's like you feel like you feel a little anxiety, like your heartbeat goes up a little bit, starts racing a little bit. And you feel like something is touching you in your mind, but you don't know what it is or what they're trying to say.
Is this similar to what I felt in this room before with Lazli?
No, it's like the opposite of that.
Okay. I'll kind of step away from everybody for a second and just try to focus on that, I think. And try to figure that out. I don't like
Okay.
that.
Reach out with your feelings, Roscoe.
No, he reaches. Oh, he does reach out. You're right.
Yeah, I mean, is there any way I can like probe it or try to respond?
Yeah, you can try. Okay, so you go off into the corner of the room by yourself there, and you you think really hard.
Is there?
So I guess Bordy would probably notice before anybody else that Roscoe looks like he looks a little weird, Bordy.
A little weird.
Yeah.
How?
He's standing away from everybody else, and it looks like he's thinking really hard. Is what it looks like.
There's a vein on his forehead that's just bulging out.
Or he's holding something in. You know what I mean?
I
no.
I turned to Tess and I pointed like, Tess, something's going wrong with Roscoe. You need to go check on him. So I'll move over to Roscoe. Roscoe, what's going on?
I don't know. There's like I can hear something in my head. There's like people talking to me.
Talking?
Yeah,
Is this different from how you felt before? I know this room had a bit of an effect on you.
I think it is. It is different. I can't make any of it out. This happened like as soon as I walked in the room, right, James?
Yeah. Yeah, and
And
you guys didn't have to do anything like serious to get around the hole. You could just walk around it. It's not like you had to do a dexterity or anything like that.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And can I make out any specific words?
No. You know what?
Roscoe, maybe
Roll a wisdom check for me.
Maybe you're just tired.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I do like a
Rolled
medicine
well.
check on him?
That's going to be an 18.
Okay.
Wow. Okay, Roscoe.
Oh
You
wait,
feel like-
I'm sorry. Wisdom check is just what? 17.
You get this feeling like something important is going to happen.
I do a medicine check on him to see if he's like sick or something. I got a 22.
Nice.
He looks odd. He doesn't look sick exactly, but he does look odd, like he's feeling strange. And
did
Roscoe,
you-
you feel like
Did you eat some bad mushrooms?
You ever been out in a thunderstorm, or before it actually starts to rain, and you smell the ozone in the air, and the hair on the back of your neck stands up, and then lightning hits a tree like nearby. You ever
Just that charge.
You can feel
Yeah.
the charge in the air, and that's kind of how you feel right now, Roscoe.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Something's a little different. 40, just could you stay close for a minute? This feels big. I think we should do it.
What are the dragons doing right? So I am with Adaman at the entrance. I'm literally not going in this room. Are the dragons like watching our every move? Are they just kind of like playing tic-tac-toe, just kind of waiting patiently? Like
Center, and both of them are still in their draconic forms, by the way. Center is pacing the outside of the room, not coming near the door. She's making like a horseshoe shape around the outside of the room, crossing the door, back and forth. She looks agitated. Micah is sitting thoughtfully, I guess. I don't know what body language from a dragon who's being thoughtful would look like, but he is definitely looking through the door at you.
Okay. Well,
at me or at Roscoe's
At the
kind of
situation. At inside, just inside.
I turn to Roscoe and I grab him by the face and I like, what are you talking about?
You can't feel that in the air. There's just something. I don't know.
Could I sense anything with let's see. Because I also have detect magic, but I have to do it. It's a ritual spell for me.
It's 10 minutes.
So maybe not.
Testa's going to spend about at least 10 minutes inspecting the machine, looking for any signs of any bolts that have been vibrated loose from it running unsupervised, comparing against the notes to see if everything looks like it's in place, ready to function. We know it's self-sustaining. Lazuli said that. But it has not been observed after a length of time in that state. So she's just doing a top-down examination.
All right. Well, just for everyone's benefit, the reactor is like a large glass cylinder with metal fittings on it. This one is pretty big. If you were involved in any way with Endless Midnight or have listened to it, that was a relatively small one compared to this, is at least twice as big as that. So there is a catwalk built into it that you can walk over it. On top there is a hatch, and inside there's a constant magical fusion happening. Fusion or fission or something, I don't know. I'm not a scientist. But inside it there's this reaction happening as slag gets pulled into it through vents in the ceiling. It pulls the slag in and it burns it off as energy, which is what happens on these pillars with the lightning coming off. So it's pulling the slag out of the air and burning it off, burning away the magic.
Let's gather up the super slag and then I look to Tesla and then I'm gathering up the bags and moving towards you. Like I've got like 6 bags on my back. And he like looks over at Mulligan and is like, why aren't you doing this? No, it's okay. I got it. I don't need your help. And
Yeah, has Mulligan been doing what I asked him to?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, the hole's already open, so.
Just securing the rope then.
I mean, the rope you climbed up before is still there.
All right. Well,
Oh, okay.
in that case, when I start gathering up these bags, I would turn to Mulligan and just be like, just back up Nash, will you? You don't mind?
Hey, what are y'all doing in there? What's in them bags there?
what we're thinking that we're gonna try and make this a little bit better than what it is. And he keeps walking.
How
towards
so?
it.
Wait a second.
It's just an extra resource that Lazuli didn't have access to initially. Why do you think he put together the scholars if not to gather resources for him?
Oh, roll a persuasion for that.
That's okay. I took that feat. That makes me really good at it. 24.
Okay. Micah enters the room. He walks forward, and when he gets to the hole, he just sort of takes a hop over it and flaps his wings a little bit as he makes it over the hole to about right there. Center is still in the other room. But she comes to the door and looks inside. All right, so Lazuli constructed this device, but you got something else to put inside it?
Yes, are you feeling okay?
It's like,
Relatively, I feel like I wouldn't want to be in here for very long, but at the moment it's all right.
Then we'll
Yeah.
get to work. And I'm going to grab the bags and start implementing them in the way that I had previously deducted they could be used.
and Adam like actually looks legitimately concerned. He's like, Micah, no, this will kill you. I feel like if you guys are in the other room, it's safer.
I agree. And I'll move over and help Adam and say, no, this will hurt you. It will sap the magic out of your body. Like
who?
Like it happened. That's
Well,
what happens in this room.
out of anyone that's magical, like it does it to me. It does it. Well, it doesn't really do it. You need to get out of here.
Okay, so you're not lying, so roll persuasion checks, both you, Adam and
Okay.
telling the whole truth.
All right, got a 24. Oh, nice,
I
Adam.
got a 22.
Get the fuck out.
And then I thought so he can tell. He can tell that we are just legitimately concerned because he's the good dragon.
No,
Adaman is.
40's concerned. He's the good guy.
I am concerned
yeah.
too because I believed him.
He
since-
starts moving his way around the edge of the hole.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of flapping back over it, he's just kind of stepping around it instead. Starts moving his way that way.
This whole time.
Well, I suppose
getting
you're
this
right. But let me ask you this. Why do you think you know better than our friend Lazuli, who designed this machine to begin with?
We read the notes. There's a lot of notes we read.
Yeah. The original. Do we? Is this something that's secret? All right. I don't know. We're doing it live. The original notes were written by Corinne Winters.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she's the one that wanted this done.
Who's that?
I don't know.
Some scientist.
A pupil of Echo's and therefore a pupil of Lazuli's. And we don't think we're doing this any better than he is. We're just finishing his work, Micah.
Yeah. Finishing
The
what
whole
he
time
started.
I'm working the whole time.
Well, okay, so you're gonna climb up the catwalk and dump it in? Is that what you're gonna do?
Yeah.
If that's how the notes indicated it could be implemented, yes.
I don't know how else you do it.
Yeah.
There is a hatch on top.
Cool.
God. Why do I always end up on top of these reactors?
Oh, it's fine. It's fine up there. That's the
Yeah,
safest place you can be.
nothing can go wrong.
Yeah.
I do want to use a bolstering magic on Vorty and Tess. I have 2 features of it left. So for the next 10 minutes, you guys have +1 D3 on any attack rolls or ability checks.
Ooh, thank you.
Okay, so you're dumping the super slag in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
The machine begins to glow brighter.
Oh.
The control panel, if anybody happens to be looking that way, which is down here on the map, by the way, it's right there.
Yeah.
Control panel, you see a little whiff of smoke come up out of the buttons. Anybody who happens to be looking that way, just a whiff. Smoke comes up out of it. The machine gets brighter, and it starts to that ambient noise you hear, especially the buzzing of the towers. it starts to amp up. There's more and more lightning strikes, they become almost constant. That buzzing gets louder, and it gets almost too bright to look at. The machine does, and that's where we're going to take a break. So let's take a short bio break, get some drinks, and we'll be back in a minute. Okay?
Yeah, hang out with us, chat. This shit's about to get popping.
Everything's gonna be fine.
Everything's gonna be fine.
We're clear.
I wasn't gonna do them all at once. Just throwing that out there.
One bag at a time.
Do 2 and then check out the machine and see how it's doing.
We might not be clear. It'll be us froze up on it.
It's fine. Chat needs to do this.
I'm not sure where we're at right now, so it just totally froze up.
Oh, yep, they can hear us. Hi, guys.
Hello. And we're back. Yes, we are back. We have audio. Okay. So, you dumped a bag of concentrated super slag into the machine, and it got really bright. Well, how many Tess?
Tess would have done 2 and then inspected the machine to see how everything
Okay,
was
so
holding.
2.
Okay.
It got really bright. The towers in the corners of the room are continuously spitting out lighting at this point, and buzzing at a much higher volume and frequency than they were. Micah stops and he looks around. Are you sure this is okay?
All good, man.
Roll.
James, when you
Persuasion
said that
check,
the
Roscoe.
okay,
Yes?
when you said that the power thing smoked, Adaman would like to go over and inspect it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So go over to the control panel then.
Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah, is
there
it
was
still smoking when
There's
Tess
a lit.
checks
No,
it out?
it was just a little whiff for a second that came up
Okay.
out of the control panel.
Yeah.
You can see that there's a couple of levers on it and a big dial and some buttons. You don't really roll an investigation for me
Because I don't want to touch the levers or the dials or the buttons.
I understand that.
If this is like any type of naval ship, and you know what I'm talking about, I would like to be able to lift behind the panel and make sure there's no fire in the wires behind.
I understand. So roll an investigation for me.
Okay, thank you.
What'd you
Can
get,
I
Roscoe?
assist him with that?
Not from. Well, you're up on the catwalk, right? Right, Tess?
Well, I would come back down to
Came
check
back
out the
down?
machine.
Oh, I understand. Then yes.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
okay,
Roscoe. What was that?
I want to, before I probably blow our whole scheme to shreds, I want to ask, is there any correlation between like the machine powering up and the voices in Roscoe's head? Like, do I notice an increase in that activity?
You feel. Yes, you do. You feel like it's time to go. You know what I mean? It's go time, Roscoe.
Okay.
You feel amped up.
So I think when Roscoe does that, all good, man, he's just kind of like, it's like an offhanded remark and he's like almost holding his head.
Okay.
I did get a 15, even with my -1 to persuasion.
Well done, Roscoe. Well done.
Yeah.
Micah starts to work his way back into the room.
Let him. Let it suck him dry.
Oh.
He's the good one.
It feels a little more. I don't know, just a little more. Vocabulary is hard in here.
That's because it's hurting you, Micah. Get out of here, man.
I'm sorry. It's really hard to think. What are
Micah,
y'all doing again?
We had to drag your friend out of here, and he's like trying to he's like, get out of here.
Why is he back? We persuaded him out of here.
All right. But anyways, I'm just checking. Well, I got a 22 on my investigation to make sure that the panel is
Okay,
still
you don't see any.
operating
You don't see fire or any more smoke. You're starting to wonder if you actually saw smoke before. Like, pretty sure you saw a whiff of smoke come up out of the control panel, but it's whatever it was, it completely stopped.
Okay, good. And he's like, all right, everything looks okay.
Nash has no concerns with the machine or the control panel or pretty much anything like that. And also she's very willingly not even trying to stop Micah from going in and back and forth into the room. Like, let him go, baby.
That's my girl. That's my girl.
She is definitely like she's completely entrusting her team on everything in this machine, but she's watching their claws, their like posture, like all of those really, especially on center, those like tiny idiosyncrasies of is there any chance they are attempting to attack or are looking threatening. I don't care about the machine.
She looks highly suspicious.
Okay.
Like she
about Micah?
watches Micah walk in and she's about to follow. But she doesn't look aggressive exactly, but she does look suspicious and she's about to follow him into the room.
But
Micah looks confused.
Did she hear us make that first plea to Micah to not enter? I mean, it was close.
And she would be able to hear it.
Yeah, so she should have known of what we were talking about.
Mm-hmm. But she's still suspicious.
Why?
She's naturally suspicious, but she's
Okay.
she looks like she's about to go into the room.
We were very
Micah.
clear.
And Adaman would look down and he'd be like, also, if you at the hole that they're standing next to, and he'd be like, "It's safe down there too. If you want to talk to us from there."
I look over at Tess.
Look, he's already seen the
Just
body.
focus on the machine.
I know. I just like glance over at Tess, like, "Oh, girl, that's our escape route."
All right. So what do you want to do next?
Single
So
minded.
James, I think with the increase of whatever activity in my head, I think Roscoe's. I'm gonna like physically turn to the machine and like hold my hands out, but I'm also just really concentrating on trying to, make out what people are saying and see. I don't know.
Okay.
We like to see Roscoe
Okay.
reach out. Do that again with those arms.
Oh yeah.
But with Roscoe, it's
Even more buff.
yeah, there you go. Out of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then roll another wisdom check for me, Roscoe.
Okay.
Reach out and touch someone.
Get it in between a couple dice. Natural 20
Oh,
for
So
a
right?
You reach your hands out towards the machine and you close your eyes. Even with your eyes closed, you can feel the pink and purple lights through your eyelids. It's almost like your eyes aren't closed at all. With your natural detect magic feature, it's kind of hard to see in here as it is. Just you naturally feel magic in the air, in every situation. But in here, when you close your eyes, you reach out towards the machine, and you focus as hard as you can. Your thoughts become clear. You want Tess to drop the rest of that slag in the machine.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I trust my instinct. That was my next thought, is that I'm getting ready to toss the bags up to her anyway. So
Okay.
I will do so.
Okay, so all 4 sacks are up there on the catwalk. Micah looks confused. He's looking around at everybody in the room. He looks like he doesn't understand what's happening, and he's starting to his body language is starting to
Okay.
change.
So here's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna turn to Center. I'm gonna be like, Center, if you don't get him out of here, this is going to hurt him. Help me.
Okay, she starts to enter the room as well.
Tess, it's time.
When she goes to enter the room, I don't like stop her, but I do make it difficult for her to get around the circle.
You just being a
He's like, he's like, please, help me. Nash, you are not Nash.
I just think you should think again.
Oh,
So I see what's going on with the dragons and
Uh-huh.
Adaman and Nash, and hear Roscoe shout that out. I'm just going to give Roscoe a inquisitive look and mouth. Are you sure?
No.
I will. Roscoe's the one I trust over anyone else. I will walk over and grab all 4 bags by the bottoms and just lift so they all dump into the reservoir.
Okay, as you do that, the
And then I'm gonna sprint.
machine starts to glow so brightly that this room is now any kind of range attack's gonna be at disadvantage. It's like being a drow in bright light. Okay,
do I get disadvantage, James?
Nice, Adaman.
not anymore. So the room is completely filled with purple and pink undulating ultraviolet light. You can't really see anything else. Like if you try to do anything other than move at a walking pace, you're gonna have to roll dexterity for that, right? Any attack's gonna be at disadvantage, like you're blinded by this light. The towers on the sides start to spit out lightning farther than they were before. The control panel bursts into flames. And the tower on the lower right side, you hear screeching metal and it starts to fall over to the inside of the room, and you can hear the metal clatter on the stone floor. When that happens, the other 3 towers start to go off even harder. Lightning shooting across the room. The whole cavern begins to shake. And some of the ceiling comes loose. Starts to fall in. So I need the 4 of you that are in the middle. 40, Adaman, Roscoe, and Tess. I need you all to make dexterity checks at disadvantage.
Saving throws?
Well, Micah.
Yeah, saving throw. Sorry, saving throw.
What about Micah?
You're not in the way.
No, I meant Micah. I know me and Cynthia.
Oh, yeah, Micah too, I suppose, yeah. Okay, so
You
Adaman.
said you also want to check if we're doing anything other than walking. As soon as Tess hears that metal, she would sprint and try and vault over these tables to get to the control panel.
Okay, so yeah, roll dexterity for that. Or
Okay.
acrobatics, I guess. That would be.
Cool. The 17 on my saving throw.
Okay.
14 plus 8.
And let's see. So what'd you get? Is that with disadvantage, Adaman? A 19?
Oh, yes, it is.
Okay. And Vorty, you got a 24 at disadvantage? Oh, you guys are.
Oh, you're muted.
You're
Mike.
muted.
Actually,
23.
Wow.
I actually rolled 2 19s on the die, so I got a 22.
What is happening
Nice.
today?
Unbelievable.
What is
The
happening
dice
today?
have said no, James.
We take that death, wrap it up, throw it. And then we start making more saves. We say that now.
Okay, so the ceiling starts to cave in, right? And the 4 of you, you all dodge out of the way. Big rocks are clattering to the floor. Micah takes one in the temple, and you see his huge head leer over to the side, and he pitches over this hole in the floor, and he doesn't fall in, but he is definitely in a bad situation. He's off balance.
Okay, so now, okay, you keep going and describing your scene, but there's something I want to do.
What do you want to do, Adam? Man?
I look at Center and I go, he'll be safer down here. Do you want to go down there?
Back up.
There's no response.
All right, he pushes Micah, and he tries to
know.
push Micah.
You
He
can't
doesn't know if he can push that ball.
You can kind of sense Micah next to you because he's right there, and you hear him took the hit, right? But you can't see Center. She's too far away in this light.
Mm.
You're blinded.
Okay,
Like
okay.
whiteout conditions.
All right, then Adaman attempts to push Micah into the hole.
Okay.
Do I see Adaman try to do that? Am I close enough to see that, or am I also blinded?
I would say you'd be well. You did you get the blind fight?
Ooh,
Some of you got
we
blind
all
fight.
did. We all did.
all-
we all
We
got that
beat
one.
Master Crow.
we have
Yeah.
we have blind sight 20 feet.
Okay. So yeah. So you know that Adaman's doing that.
I
And
help him.
So Adaman.
Okay.
So the shove, I think, is a strength.
Oh,
Oh, wait,
God.
if Vorty's helping you, then at advantage.
Oh gosh, this is still not good.
Oh,
You want strength or athletics? Strength?
Yes.
Strength. This is bad, Vorty.
well, you get advantage.
I believe
I'll
that's how
try.
shove works in D&D 5e. If anyone wants to correct me
Oh, I
in
can't.
chat or otherwise, go ahead.
It can be strength or athletics.
Oh,
Games
well,
discretion.
James, it's an 18 because
Oh.
my buddy Vorty helped me. Thank you, Vorty.
Wow.
Well,
Ooh,
okay then.
Adaman. So strong.
Mhm.
Teamwork. We are a pentacle for a reason.
So Micah pitches over the hole, and Vorty and Adaman just poop, and he scrabbles at the edge of the hole, but he goes down it.
You'll be safer down there.
Inside this room, the cavern is still shaking. The ceiling appears to have held for now, but it's so bright you can't see in the room.
Vorty.
It's like you're in the middle of an earthquake.
This was not supposed to happen.
Is there like
We
an
still need to start
activate
it.
or a firing mechanism on this control panel engulfed in flames?
Roll an investigation.
I've already investigated it.
And while she is investigating that, I know I can't see, but I want to kind of be feeling around for where Center is.
Center's right next to you still. She was trying to make her way across that hole. But
Okay,
when
so
the
I get.
but when the machine started to go crazy, she stopped.
Okay. So I'm doing that thing where you like pretend I'm like, oh, I can't see anything, but I'm just like trying to feel as much of her as I can so I know where she is at all times.
Where
Okay.
her heart is. I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Okay.
You killer, you.
Okay.
And then just
So after a few more seconds, the rest of the roof caves in.
oh,
You hear it. You hear it split open and hear it crack. And also the floor, this hole in the floor that you just pushed Micah down, starts to fall in as well.
I
the roof.
I grab Adamant and like, we need to get out.
mhm.
The roof falls in kind of all at the same time. So all these gigantic boulders are coming down from the ceiling towards you. And just when they're about to land on your head, they stop.
It's like Yoda.
27, by the way, James.
For investigation?
Mhm.
But you're looking at the panel, and the fire is not moving.
What? As in the flames aren't moving or it's
Yes.
not spreading?
No.
Time has stopped.
I look around.
Pelican, is this what happened before?
Roscoe, you feel a hand on your shoulder. You can put your arms down now.
Ugh. Is there a little girl standing next to me?
Well, taller than you, I think.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean
Like
much.
5 feet tall. She's wearing really long robes that almost go to the floor. Got long hair. Nash, you notice that Center next to you is also frozen. Since you're feeling all over the dragon,
Mm.
you notice that the dragon is frozen. The ceiling is frozen. The only thing that is moving are the 5 of you, or 6 of you, I suppose, Mulligan too. And she walks over in front of the machine.
This is awkward.
Can we see again?
Yes.
Can you fix it?
Yes, I can.
Good. Good.
Well,
Is
I
there a
never.
but at the end of that sentence?
You see, I can do things. I can try to nudge you in certain directions, because I know it's going to happen, or I know it should happen anyway. But I can't just tell you what to do or it won't happen. You guys did great.
Good.
Just hang in there. She holds up her fists and they begin to glow. Her eyes begin to glow. And she opens her mouth and it's like pink smoke and light come out of her nose, her eyes, her mouth. She points her glowing hands at the ground and everything goes white. And that's where we'll cut it off today.
No!
No, that's great.
Yep.
But this always happens.
Woo! Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, you should join us next week for the final episode of Entropy.
Perfect. It was good.
Oh.
It was perfect.
I have so many emotions right now.
You guys with those persuasion rolls, man.
Dude,
Am I-
Mike is a
am I
good
out of
guy.
the-
Mike was
He's a
going to
good
come
dude.
in there and start messing
He's a
stuff
good-
up, and you
he's
guys
a
just
good
kept rolling
dude.
those persuasion
He's a
rolls.
good dude.
Yeah.
He
If
turned
he
out to
really
be-
tried to mess things up, it would go beyond persuasion rolls.
Yeah, you really. Here's
Well,
the
you didn't
thing.
lie to him. You were
You
telling him
should've
the
used-
truth.
You should have used Center because, I don't like her. I'd have been like, "Oh yeah, you want to stay here in this room? Go ahead."
I think we would have all been like,
I would have started throwing arrows. If
Yeah,
they,
but
if
like
they got,
Micah, there was a turning point in the campaign where he stood over us and could have smote us, and he chose not to.
he
So
chose not
I
to.
feel I must return the favor.
I was with Adam and in
Yeah.
Absolution when we were both looking at each other like, no, he's legit.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's
He's a
go
good
back.
guy. He's a good guy.
The image of Adaman though, just pushing him in a hole and there
Oh,
we
look,
go.
that's the safest place he could be. He's welcome.
I was with Adam and I was like, you're doing what? Yeah.
You realize you just shoved him down a hole to fall onto the corpse of his slaughtered friend.
Yeah, he's going to be very
He'll be fine.
traumatized
That you
and
slaughtered,
alive.
yeah.
Unlike
fine.
Center. Thank
Yeah,
you.
he'll be
You're
fine.
welcome, I mean.
He's our friend. He'll understand. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like, I get it.
Yeah.
y'all really use the word friend just like however you want.
I mean,
Apparently.
yeah, you know.
We are
Just like you.
useful to him. That's
Just like-
it.
You know, I wouldn't put Steven in a closet, but here we are, you know. I mean, it's different.
But the
different
ride
things, you know,
over,
different folks, you know.
yo, on the ride over, he was like an amazing sport about it. He's like,
Yeah.
"Sorry about that." Like, hey, be ready. We're going to go. Okay.
So charming.
Like, he
He's
was
so charming.
sweet. He was
Yeah, I love him.
adorable.
I love him.
I fell in love. Yeah.
Oh,
I want him-
I just want to say that we have amazing viewers,
Thank
and
you,
I
viewers.
am so glad everyone hung out with us tonight. We had quite a few that stayed till the end. We got to a level 3 hype train, you guys.
Hype,
Good
hype,
job.
Well,
Love to see it. So yeah, thanks for hanging out, y'all. Really hope you tune in next week, because if this finale is anything like the Endless Midnight finale, it's gonna be
Morgan's gonna cry.
Yeah.
Oh, Morgan's gonna cry.
I was already tearing up because like the emotional roller coaster I went through with how Mulligan had to say goodbye to Isabel, and then seeing her now, like Tesla and Mulligan are viewing this in two very different ways, and my emotions are like absolutely
Yeah.
crazy. Ugh.
I'm
James,
about to be a cleric of Isabel for the next campaign. 'cause
Yes.
she is the new god of the realm.
So what we need to do for the future?
It's gonna be in the past.
that's so good.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
it's gonna be in the past.
Make sure
I
you.
was just
Yeah.
gonna ask James if Turnock did send the message that he was supposed to.
He did.
Oh, okay.
It might
Say,
have got a
here you
little
go,
wadded
Bob.
up. It might have had like a coffee ring on it, you know.
Well, that's fine. Oh,
But
yeah.
make sure you guys have those boxes I sent you on you next week.
Okay.
No.
If you're if you're
No.
traveling or something,
Okay,
are you gonna be traveling next weekend, Kristen?
I'm good. I'm good.
Steven?
You never know.
You guys will be home. Okay, good. You need to be get it together too, because I only sent one box for both of you.
Okay.
So we are definitely playing next week.
I'm in.
It's the day
Okay.
after someone's bachelor party. So I just
Oh,
Oh no,
that's
oh.
you, James. That's you.
No,
James.
no. We're playing next week. Don't you worry.
Okay.
Don't you worry about that.
Do you realize how wrecked I intend to get you, sir? No, okay. It's fine. Never mind. No, we'll be fine.
You're talking to a professional here. So. Yeah. So, yeah, next week will be the final episode of Entropy, and then we got something new coming after that. So,
Oh my goodness.
yeah. So, players, thank you for playing.
DM, thank you for DM.
Watchers, thank you for watching. We will see you. Oh yeah, Roll20. Thanks for sponsoring us once again. Everybody should go jump over to that thing they're doing. What are they doing, Morgan? They're doing
Just
a
go to
thing.
roll20.net and click on the link for
Summer
Camp
camp.
Roll 2021.
Yeah, they're doing a stream, right? At 7?
Oh,
Summer
okay.
camp.
Yes, absolutely. Twitch.com/roll20 app, I believe.
Should be coming up in 10 minutes. So go watch that.
Okay.
And we will see you next week.
Bye. Oh, my emotions. Oh.